Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to our Sunday school lesson this morning. Did you get a chance last week to go to sit outside in our parking lot and go to Easter services along with a lot of other members of our congregation? We did, and we had a great time seeing everybody again. We actually saw Parker, so hi Parker, it was great to see you again. And I don't know whether Joe was there or Abby was there, but we hope you were. And we all look forward to coming back on a regular basis to church and seeing all of you. It was exciting last week to see everybody, and we hope to do that again a little bit later on this summer. So hope you are able to do that, or at least watch the services on virtually last year on the story of Easter. Our lesson today is about something called the Great Commission. And commission is a long word, boys and girls, for asking or wanting someone to do something. Now, last week we learned about Jesus and the cross and resurrection, and this week is about the next steps. Jesus commissioned his disciples to go out into the world and spread the message of God's love and respect for everyone in the world. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning, us going into the world and showing respect and love for each other and following Jesus' teachings. You know, Jesus did some amazing things, boys and girls, through his teachings and by example. And he made it possible for us to know God and his wanting us to love and respect others. And that's what we do almost on an everyday basis, boys and girls. We may not even know it by following Jesus. For instance, this morning, did you say good morning to someone, showing that you liked them and respected them? Or did you over the last week, maybe you made someone's bed? You made your bed so that your mom and dad didn't have to do it, as a way of saying I love you and thank you for taking care of me? Or did you go out and play with your brothers and sisters or your friends in this past week, and as a way of saying I like being around you and I like being with you? Those are all ways that we show respect and love for one another. It's all part of what we do as Christians and supporting Jesus. So we do this every day, boys and girls, and that's what we're going to talk about this morning, is how we can continue on a daily basis to spread the message of Jesus' love and God's love and respect for all of us in the world. So we're going to do a video in a little bit. First, I'm going to read a story to you in a second, and then Martha will come back with a craft. So that's our lesson this morning, how we as followers of Jesus can continue to show respect and love for others in Jesus' name and in God's name. I'll be back with you in a second. Hi again, boys and girls. I've got a story to read to you here in a second, but before I do that, parents, just want to call your attention to the activity book this week. We have a maze in the book that's called The Great Commission, and it helps as an example, a puzzle of help the disciples spread Jesus' message by getting them to the world. So you work through the maze. I know some of you like doing the maze, so I wanted to bring that to your attention. And then also we have another page in here called The Great Commission, and it actually lists the ways that we can help spread God's love and joy in the world. And we hope you'll spend a little time doing that this morning, thinking about ways that we on a daily basis can help show respect and love for others. So our story this morning is something called Believers Share. It comes from Acts 4, verses 32 through 37. And it's a pretty simple story, but it talks about sharing, boys and girls. And so let me read it to you here. There were many people who believed in Jesus, and they became a community. They shared everything they had with one another. No one said, "This is mine." The community of believers took care of one another. People shared their money with the community. The money was used to care for everyone, so no one was in need. The believers continued to teach about Jesus and shared God's love with others. And this story is about what we've been talking about, boys and girls, us going out and showing God's love and respect for others by doing that ourselves. You know, when you think about today, think about ways that you share your love and respect with others on a daily basis. And write some of those down in the activity book that we talked about. We are all Jesus' disciples. God is calling us all to go out and spread the word of respect and love for all in our world. And we hope you'll think about that and do that this week. So let's go on to your video, and then we'll have Martha come back with which I think was going to be a very interesting craft for you. So we'll be back in a second. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, I'm Samuel. Did you know that Jesus gave us instructions on what to do when he was gone? After the good news spread that Jesus was alive, Jesus brought his disciples together to share important instructions with them. They met Jesus on a mountain, and some of the disciples worshiped, but some of the other disciples weren't so sure. They doubted. I imagine they looked at each other, wondering if this was real. This was such a strange situation, and they didn't know exactly how to handle it. Even in their doubt, they still came to see what Jesus had to say. Jesus wanted to make sure they knew that they still had work to do. Jesus didn't come just to spread love when he was here, but to teach all his followers how to spread love too. The disciples were told to go spread the messages of love, community, joy, and peace with everyone they could. This was good news of Jesus. Even if they didn't understand all that Jesus asked them to do, they knew that telling others about their teacher and friend, Jesus, was important. Friends, it's okay not to know everything. Honestly, none of us do. It's okay to wonder and to have questions about what you see around you. Every time I hear this story, I have a new question. This time, I wondered if the disciples were nervous or excited to go share. Sometimes I feel both. Wherever you are and whoever you are, you can still share the news of Jesus. Each of us can share with at least one person, and then that person can share with another. This is how good news is spread. Sharing good news reminds others to share too. Now it's your turn to wonder.
So Ken talked to you about what it means to be an example for other people, that Christ is wanting us to be an example of love and care and hope for other people. So being an example, that's a lot of responsibility, isn't it? So maybe when you're on the playground and other kids are being mean to each other, you're an example by what? What do you think? Maybe helping the kid that everybody else is making fun of, or saying, oh, he's a nice guy, I'm his friend, or what do you think? What would be a good example? That's what we want you to think about this week, is because we know from Easter that Christ is with us, and now Christ is saying, I'm with you, and I want you to help spread the word about my love and care for one another. So this was my idea. We teach you all Sunday school, but maybe you need to practice teaching other people. So I brought one of my friends. This is Teddy. I've had Teddy since I was a little bit older than you, but not much. I was in 5th or 6th grade, I think, when I got Teddy. So Teddy's an old friend of mine. So Teddy's here to help. Teddy's not working so well. And then I thought, well, I'll check and see if I have any other friends who could come and join us. Oh yeah, look, it's Miss Piggy. She's all dressed up for Sunday school, so she's ready to learn. We'll put her there. Did you see her shoes? And let's see, who else do we have? Oh, who's that? That's my funny little lamb. And I think my Lammy's ready to learn, aren't you? Yeah, I'm ready to learn. So we'll put Lammy in our circle. Do you have toys you can put in your circle? And then, let's see, do we have anybody else? Oh, he's already hopping around. It's my monkey. Of course, we have to have a monkey in our circle, don't we? Hi, I'm the monkey. Hi. So I'm going to put the monkey in our circle. And let's see if there's anybody else who can come. Oh, yeah, the panda bear. Oh, of course, Teddy and the panda bear are good friends, so the panda bear has to come be in our circle. Yeah. Anybody? Oh, I think there's one more. Yeah, it's the rabbit from Easter. She's all ready. She's dressed for Easter. She's still having a good time from Easter. So, of course, she's ready to learn. So I have all my friends here ready to learn. I wish you were here too. And so with all my friends, it's a good time to try and see if you can teach your friends. Get out your dolls, your toys too. It could be trucks, it could be bears, it could be rabbits. I've got monkey, rabbit, sheep, pig, bears. and see if you can teach them about the stories of Jesus. You might teach them the story about the Good Samaritan. Remember the guy that was beat up on the road, and the Christian came along and helped him and made sure he had food and water. Or it might be that story about, remember when the guy was up in the tree, he wanted to be up in the tree so he could see Jesus and hear what Jesus had to say. Or remember the guy that was sick and couldn't get to Jesus, and so they put a hole in the roof, remember that? And they lifted the guy down so that Jesus could heal him. All these are ways that friends helped others be with Jesus and to know the love of Jesus, to be healed by Jesus. So that's your job this week, is to practice telling others the stories of Jesus by getting out your friends and putting them in front of you. And you be the teacher. You could be the Sunday school teacher, just like Ken does for you. You can tell the stories and practice being a leader for Jesus. Okay? Well, all my friends look really eager to learn, I gotta say. They're a good-looking group. Not as good-looking as you all. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a great week.
Your voice is everywhere, in pictures and songs that hang in the air. Show us the way you love, and we sing along, and you're teaching us why you washed our feet. The greatest must become the least. 'Cause there's power in these things we do them to remember you, how we called out and you came through for us. We remember your love. You blessed and broke the bread. You gave us a